Hi, my loves, and welcome to Arcana Priestess. All right, you guys, so this is going to be your August reading, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right, guys, so for all of you guys that are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you guys that are returning, I'm so glad to have you. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe, as that is always greatly appreciated. If you guys are interested in winning a free reading, there are a couple of options. So all of my subscribers on YouTube are entered in a giveaway every single month. And on Instagram, we do different giveaways every single week. So usually it's on Saturdays. I also have daily energies there. So whenever I feel called to do a daily energy, it's usually, sometimes they're a minute. Most of the time, they're about 5 to 6 minutes long. So if you guys are interested in more content or just having the chance to win free readings, free questions, free extendeds, then feel free to follow me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below. I've also added my personal Instagram for those of you guys that are interested in getting to know me on a more personal level. I will also be sharing the journey of me launching my second business on there. So for those of you guys who are wanting to start a business or start a YouTube channel, because I'll be starting a second YouTube channel and I will be taking you guys along the process of me doing that. So feel free to follow me there. There's also stuff related to fashion, motivation, spirituality, all that kind of stuff is what I will be posting over there. All right, guys, so I have added a little list in the description box below, and it is a list of tarot cards that I'm interested in. So if any of you guys feel called to donate to the channel, then you would just go to that list and pick whatever deck that you feel called to purchase, and then that deck would be sent to me. So I just made that list because I did notice that a couple of other people had that, and there is a huge difference when somebody gets you a gift and when you purchase the gift for yourself. So from now on, I was like, I'm just gonna slowly get my decks whenever they're meant to come towards me. So that is the reason why I have that list there, and I appreciate every single one of you who have already sent me decks, and for those of you who in the future decide to send me them, I thank you guys so much. All right, guys, so we are just going to jump in with your reading now. Everything you need for personal readings will be in the description box below. For this entire month, I have a sale on the one question readings. So the one question readings are going to be on sale for $11.11. So feel free to take advantage of that if you feel called to. And otherwise, we're just going to jump right into your reading. Have a beautiful rest of your day, guys. Bye. Hi, my beautiful Taurus, and welcome to your reading. All right, guys, so we are going to go back to the way I used to do the readings just for this week. So we are going to do whatever I see is what I'm going to say. I'm just going to pull the cards, and I'm just going to let you guys know what is going on for the month of August. So for those of you guys that didn't see my two recent posts, if you guys are interested in the intimate reads, leave me a comment in the description box below so that I can work on those. If you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces and you would like to check out the reading on their end, you can look at their description box and you will find the readings. There will be the first link in the description box of Scorpio and Pisces. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces. So let's see. Right away, we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Betrayal. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody that was dragging you along here. There was somebody here that was leading you on. I'm not ready for a relationship. I need to heal. I'm not over my ex. The time isn't right. I need to work on my career. Like, I'm hearing every excuse in the book is what this person gave you. And you're finally realizing the truth of the situation, whether it's through this reading or you've already realized this for yourself here. But with the Seven of Swords, there's definitely some sort of betrayal. It could definitely be like, this is you guys. So some of you guys, you're betraying yourself, right? Like, this could be self-sabotage. You're sabotaging yourself in a way. You're not pushing past your limits. You know your worth, you know your value, and you may be scared of what happens. Like, some of you may have a fear of success. Some of you, this is just negative thinking, especially if you are not financially where you want to be, especially if, you know, you're on the older side. You are a little bit annoyed about that, and you're letting your negative thinking get the best of you here. It's honestly delaying it. It's self-sabotage here. Your process is a little bit longer than most to getting what you want, but it ends up being very stable, right? There are some people, like, you can't look at another person's progress, another person's process, and be like, wow, how did they get that? They're younger than me, or, you know, they've done this, they've done that. Like, everybody's journey is completely different. And when you start thinking of another person's journey as better than yours, or another person is better off than yours, that's when you actually end up losing. It's about focusing on yourself, not focusing on another, right? Because everybody's journey is completely different. Just because you see something from the outside does not mean that it's what it actually is from the inside. All right. The Queen of, ooh, look at this Queen of Wands. Sexy. All right, Queen of Wands, you guys. So with this Queen of Wands here, this is showing me that those of you that were definitely in this mode of self-doubt, Leo season is definitely going to get you out of that. You are going to get your confidence back. You are going to own your power. Some of you guys, this is that you were tired of, it's almost like this. Like, once you realize that you could control your destiny, then your whole entire life changes, right? Because some of you guys, you were just annoyed that you were never getting the position you wanted, you were never getting the raise that you wanted, or you were, because of quarantine, you're like on the edge with your job. You're not sure if you're going to go back to work, you're not sure, and you're just like, you know what, I'm so tired of these unsures, I'm so tired of putting my fate in somebody else's hands. I am going to decide how much I make. I'm going to decide if I work today or if I don't work today. I don't want somebody else to have control over me. I don't want somebody else to have a power over me. And you guys are taking the initiative to, you know, become this Queen of Wands and create that life that you've always wanted for yourself, realizing that it's going to take you forever if you allow somebody else to be the one who controls it. Why are you allowing somebody else to control your outcome? So there's this huge awakening, and I really feel like it has to do with the fact that things are quite simple. Life is quite simple. We just make it very complicated. And some of you guys are realizing that it doesn't have to be as complicated as you are making it, whether it was on purpose or whether you were just making it complicated, you know, in general. With this Queen of Wands, you guys are determined. You have your eye on the prize here. You've been working on something behind the scenes here because you don't want people to attack it. You don't want people to you don't either want to hear somebody's opinion about what it is that you're doing, or you don't want, okay, there was 444 when I said that, so there's definitely somebody here. So it's kind of like, keep your projects to yourself. Whatever you're working on, do that in your own, you know, space, your own time. Don't really let anybody know. They can see it, right? They can see the results. You don't need to speak of what it is that you're doing, because there are some people that don't have your best interests that are surrounding you. And I definitely see that. Some of you, there could even be 6 people. And you guys really need to remember that if somebody puts you down, or if somebody, you know, there's people that you say a goal and they laugh. Like, there was this one quote and I fell in love with it, and it was like, dream so big that you feel uncomfortable telling small-minded people about your goals, right? Because some people will just laugh, and some people will look at you like, and it's like, don't worry about that person, because that's their problem. Like, they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. It has nothing to do with you and whether they think you're capable of doing it or not, and everything to do with the fact that they know that they're not capable of doing it. So the fact that you're going to do it and you find yourself confident and capable enough of doing it, it triggers something within them. So, you know, if you ever find somebody putting you down, if you ever find somebody that doesn't believe in you, if you ever feel very weird about telling somebody, you know, your goals and your aspirations, first of all, that person shouldn't be in your life. Second of all, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. If anything, that actually just should reassure you that you're actually on the right path, that you're on the right path. And there's some people that you're going to trigger in a way where, yeah, they're going to be rude, they're going to act out, whatever, and eventually they're going to realize and they're going to make changes. And there are other people that you're going to actually motivate, you're going to actually inspire. So those ones that you motivate, the ones that you inspire, and the ones that pump you up and the ones that hype you up, those are the ones. That's your soul tribe. Everybody else, it does not matter whether it's friends, family, your love interest. That just shows you real quick who you need in your life and who you don't. So I do feel like there is probably this energy with you evolving here, that you're probably going to be cutting out some people out of your life too. Limiting the attention, like really paying attention to how much you're giving to people, you know, making sure that you're not giving too much to people. Because I saw death, so some of you, this is after a really intense, like, you're definitely going through a transformation. Yeah, look, 5 of Cups after a breakup here. Some of you, this is a really intense, what is this card? The Wheel of Fortune. I still don't know like what the cards. This is the first gift that I got when I made that little list on my description box. So I was like, I'm gonna use this all week. Like, I was so happy when it came. But yeah, with the Five of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you are actually, if you went through a really bad breakup, like this is your beautiful karma that you're getting here. Things are finally turning in your favor. All you had to do, it's like you're realizing that the whole time it was that relationship that was holding you back. It was the person that you're in a relationship with, for some of you, that was holding you back, and you're having a new start. Others of you, it's that you're finally getting over the sad part of a breakup, and you're in this energy where you're like, wow, things are finally starting to turn around. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to see the bright side of things, whether it was that you lost a relationship or you lost a job. But there was definitely a loss here that ended up being the best thing in the world. It was one of those blessings in disguise. Because look at you, like, coming into your power. I'm hearing some of you are even going to recognize yourselves by November. I was so excited to do your reading, guys. It's not even funny. I'm Taurus moon, so all my like most intense connections were always with Tauruses, whether it was a friend or a love. And look at this. What did I tell you? Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I also had the Six of Pentacles. So if you were worried about your finances, don't worry. Things are going to balance out, right? What comes up must go down. What's down always goes up. So everything always has to balance out at one point or another. We cannot always be successful. We cannot always be happy, because how are we going to appreciate the good if we've never experienced the bad, right? So Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands, and Queen of Wands. I mean, if you aren't an entrepreneur, you're definitely thinking about it. You're definitely born to become one. For those of you that have been thinking of it, it looks like it's going to be a huge success. But either way, it looks like your career is going to be a major focal point around this time. You're definitely going to be putting love on the back burner, and you're really going to be focusing on your career, because you're going to be seeing your potential, and you're going to realize that you actually had all of these voices and all of these people that were actually dimming your light in a way, or you might have dimmed your light to fit in with these people. I think that came out in Sag's reading too. So if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have Sag in your chart, definitely check out that reading, because this is kind of reminding me of that in a way too. But yeah, the scales are definitely being balanced out here. Some of you are definitely going to have people that are going to come towards you as you are. Yeah, be careful with this, because as you are, okay, I always find that when you get a lot of money, especially if you reach a level that you've never reached before, you definitely get tested. And it's to see if you can continue to handle that money. Like they say that the person that can't handle a $500 paycheck is not going to be able to handle $1 million paycheck. If you don't know how to handle your money, it doesn't matter how much you make. You know what I mean? And that's true. Trust me, I learned the hard way. That is true. But with these energies, you're definitely about to make a lot more money. You're definitely about to evolve in some way. So there definitely are these Seven of Swords. Remember, the first thing was these people. There's Seven of Swords energies that are definitely going to come out of the bushes, right? You're going to find out who the snakes in the grass is definitely were. But I also sense that there are people that are going to be asking you for financial help. I always say, if you ever give anybody money, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $500, I don't care if it's $5,000. If you ever hand out somebody money, be prepared to never get that money back. That's just what I've always said. So maybe some of you guys need to, take that in. I'm hearing some of you guys think back to the past situations, and you're like, damn, that's true. You know what I mean? So you're definitely going to have people that are going to want to, it's kind of like riding off your back, right? There's people that are going to come in that are going to want help, and you're being tested. Because sometimes helping somebody, especially if it's somebody that comes to you for the same thing over and over again, I learned that with one of my friends. Sometimes helping somebody is actually doing them worse, because how are they going to learn if you keep handing them off? If you keep giving them what it is that they're asking for, how are they going to learn not to get themselves in that situation? If you see that they're repeating the same thing over and over again, getting themselves into the same situation, and you're the one that has to get them out, right? Sometimes and I know, especially if you're intuitive, especially if you're an empath, it is so hard to say no. It is so hard to not just be everything for everyone, because that's just how, empaths are, because we feel the energy that everybody else is feeling. And if we can save someone, of course, we're going to save someone. And you guys are Taurus. You are the Empress. That is what you naturally feel the need to do. But sometimes it's doing more bad than good. So this is definitely not where I expected this reading to go, but I really kind of feel like you guys are really needing to focus on yourself, put yourself first, take back your energy, take control of your career. Definitely this is a time for you to make changes. It looks like you're going to be guided for any change that you make, especially changes that you've been wanting to make for a while. They're definitely going to be like reciprocated from the universe. It's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like the universe has got your back around this time, so definitely take advantage of that. Sorry, I just need to take a drink. And the Seven of Swords is a very light energy, so yeah, there are people that you need to watch out for, but I do feel like it's going to become very clear who these people are. And there's something about it's going to be very easy. It's going to be a little bit easier to let these people go because you're going to be so focused on your career. And as you spend less time with these people, you're going to notice how much more energy you have. And you're just going to kind of notice that, like, sometimes it's better to be alone. You know what I mean? Like, they say it's better to be alone than lonely with someone, which is absolutely true. I would rather have no friends than have friends that I'm just, like, uncomfortable with, or I feel like they don't hear me, I feel like they don't understand me, I feel like I have to, like, dim my light, or I feel like I have to be a certain way to fit in with these people. You know what I mean? I'd rather just be by myself. There's something very empowering with somebody who can be on their own. It is actually one of the most powerful things in the world. Those people that do not depend on anybody, those people that know that they got themselves so they can easily cut somebody out if they need to, those are very powerful people, but it takes a long time to get to that process. Page of Swords, yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of people watching here. But at the end of the day, it's like, these people can't touch you is what I'm seeing, because you're this big ace, right? You're the Ace of Swords. You're the one that has the clarity. You're the one that knows the direction of your life. You're the one that has, for some of you, the answers. And these are the people that are coming at you out of the woods, like popping their heads out of the woods, right? But at the end of the day, like, they are not touching you, and you're way bigger than them anyway. So it's like, even if they did, you'd squash them. So it doesn't even matter. So it doesn't even matter. You don't even have to worry about any of these people here. But look at this, like, sad face here. I definitely feel like there's definitely an ex coming back here, kind of like realizing that they missed out. This is such a, like, yeah, there's definitely some people realizing that they messed up, realizing that the grass wasn't green around the other side, and people that doubted you, trying to come in and be your friend, don't even respond. Don't even give them the time of day. You don't have to say anything rude. You don't have to say anything nice. Just don't do anything at all. And I saw the Fool and the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So a lot of you guys are coming into new love. A lot of you guys are having new love, and it's at a time where, because you're so focused on your career and you're not focused on love, you actually end up manifesting it. So it's going to come in at a time that's not going to seem right because you're so focused on yourself, so focused on building your career. But this is going to be somebody very beautiful. For some of you, this is going to be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy here. So somebody that is very complementary to you. And this is a very mutual attraction here. I also feel like you guys are on very similar life paths. All right, so let's go and pull two more cards, two oracle cards, and then I have so many personal readings, so those of you that are waiting on a reading, know that I am working as hard as I can to get those all out to you guys. All right. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like, share, subscribe. That's always greatly appreciated. All right, so where are you being called to journey to? Exactly, you guys are being called to go to a higher level where you're gonna have to leave. Every higher level, every next version of your life demands a higher level of you. Right? So how are you being called to step up? How are you being called to step up, to step into this new life? A lot of you, it has to do with releasing people. A lot of you, it has to do with seeing things clearly for what they truly are, right? Letting go of that fixed nature within you. And then cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Yeah, some of you with that Five of Cups there, you definitely experienced what you thought was rock bottom, and it was probably a breakup. It was probably the love of your life. So you think as of now, because you haven't experienced every love you're gonna have, but every heartbreak feels like it's the end of our lives. It feels like that was the love of our lives. Oh my gosh. But think about your first love and how devastated you were. And then think about, you know, now, like when you look at that, you're like, wait a second, I didn't even know what love was. You know what I mean? So as much as it may impact you now, know that later on, you're going to see so many things that you were blinded to when you were in love. And it just all makes sense in the end. Like, and it just all does. It really just does. And I'm so stubborn. Like, I'm your opposite sign, so we have a lot in common, as much as we are very opposite in certain ways. So I am just as stubborn, and it took me a long time to realize that, but once I did, I started living life. And that's what I want you guys to experience. So cracked open, rock bottom, surrender. So it's like, if you feel like you're at rock bottom, you need to surrender to the fact that you're at rock bottom. And the moment you surrender, you will start rising. And I feel power when I say that, you guys. Like, you guys are powerful people, but you have to realize it within yourself. Some of you guys definitely find reassurance within others, but once you find it within yourself, that's when you're really going to start to live. That's when you're really going to start to see your worth. You're really going to start to see your power, and you're really going to start to shine. Okay. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you want a personal reading, the link will be in the description box below. I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday, and I will see you guys next Friday. Bye, my loves.